Looks like I'm shaving.
I know. Well, I did that this weekend too. I shaved my face. One of my other favorite things to do. Hop on Instagram or hop in the Bustmob skincare subgroup and we'll chat about it.
Yeah, we'll shave our faces and put Vaseline all over us.
No to the Vaseline, yes to the shaving.
So weird you shave your face.
Oh my God, it's fabulous.
Welcome to BustmobTV. In the spirit of living our life with intention, me and Gretta Nance found some time in our day to pause, grab some coffee, and chat about what's going on inside Bustmob. We'll answer some questions, spend some time with a special guest, and share ways to be more intentional in your daily life. Hop on in.
It's actually raining.
It is raining.
This is the episode where it rains. It'll be great.
I wonder if we'll see the guy on the Segway in the rain in the back, because that would be really cool.
It would be.
Is it a Segway?
Hey, I'm still glad we're taking the time to do this.
Yes!
Though.
Oh my God, my straw is huge. Taking some time out of our day to be more intentional. We do this once a week for 15 minutes, talk about what's going on inside Bustmob, answer some of your questions, and ways that we are trying to be more intentional in our life.
Rain or shine.
That's right.
You don't just be intentional when the time is right. Sometimes you do it on a Monday when it's pouring rain outside.
That's right. Oh, it is a Monday. We never do this on a Monday. No. And I never order a venti. That's the kind of day it is.
I know. I usually get the venti.
I know. We're opposite today.
What's popping off in the old Bustmob community? Well, we had Jessie with us last week too, which was fun. If you missed that episode, we had a third wheel last week. So that has been a lot of fun.
That was.
But there's more good stuff going on, I noticed, over the weekend.
That's right. We have a girl that went viral on TikTok in Bustmob.
A Bustmob babe.
Yes, and it's so cool. And I'm not really good with TikTok, but it's I'm working on it. But it's really neat to see, like, she had millions of views. Like, what was it? She did one probably 9 months ago. But her boobs having an overhang.
That one first. Many people sent it to me, not even knowing that she was in Bustmob.
I didn't know she was in Bustmob either when I was seeing that. And then she posted it, and I was like, oh my God, you're in here.
Yep. Let's have Casey play it.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Jen, I just saw your TikTok. Are you really getting your boobs done? Yeah. Yeah, I am. Why? Oh, just because, I could never, permanently change my body like that. That's weird. Didn't you get braces? Yeah, but, I had an overbite, so. Well, after breastfeeding 2 children for 3 years, my boobies now have an overbite.
That was hilarious. So good. Genius. I love some TikTok.
I do too.
It is my favorite outlet to laugh.
It's like how you scroll through TikTok. I'll do that with Reels.
Oh, got it.
But now I'm like, I need to get over on TikTok because I feel like it's basically the same.
It's all fun. It's all fun. But that is so cool of her.
Oh my gosh. And thanks for being a Bustmob. And you answered questions the other day too. And even mentioned Bustmob in, I guess it was like a Q&A. So thank you for letting other women know about Bustmob, because that's how we're going to help one another.
Yep. So cool. Go follow her on TikTok.
Let's do some questions.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see if we get the right one.
Do you think that, there's 0% chance. This is a good Bustmob question, and I have many things to say about it. So it's a surgery-ish question, but I want to weigh in too.
Okay.
I'm a few months post-op for my breast augmentation, and I'm struggling to dress these things. Any suggestions?
Them things.
So many thoughts.
Yes.
You say what you're going to say first.
Well, I get it. I remember when I first got my boobs done 12 years ago, and I thought I could wear a lot of the same stuff, but my style back then wasn't fitted clothing. So I looked like a lampshade when I would put anything on. It was just like, which made me feel like 10 pounds heavier and, 10 years older. So I look like my mom in a blouse. All of that to say, don't do that. I want to hear what you have to say to weigh in, because I keep wondering.
I have a lot of fashion. I have always been interested in fashion. And so you and I, though, you had boobs and then you got different boobs. I had no boobs and then got boobs. So I feel like there's 2 different frustrations. I had no concept, how to shop size-wise. And same thing, I had all of these loose-fitting tops because you don't want to highlight that you're flat. And then afterwards, I look like a tent, you know? And I was like, I think that's when women get in this whole, oh, I'm worried I'm going to look fatter. Like, I did make myself look heavier at first because I was wearing the wrong type of clothes. But I don't have like a super teeny tiny waist either. So it's like, I didn't want to buy a whole bunch of tight stuff. Anyway, all that to say, it took me a long time. And I've heard a lot of women be frustrated in like I don't know what size to wear anymore. And I'm just like, man, you can almost not wear those button-down shirts. I used to love a good express button-down shirt.
Not me.
No more. It's all done. Like, I'm sorry, you just have to, like, the benefit of the boobs is so far up there. I'm sorry, there are a few things you can't wear
Burn
anymore.
the blouses.
Or you're just going to have to spend a ton of money on tailoring. And ain't nobody got time for that. That's why I love everyone's suggestions in Bustmob, because I'm like, every time someone drops a new shirt or something like that, I'm like, all right, she's got boobs and she loves it, so I'm going to go buy that. So I think the group has been massively helpful for me.
Definitely. And to kind of piggyback off of that, it's like bathing suits. Remember the frustration where it was like you could not customize the bottoms and the tops?
Well, my phone just fell.
but now I love that you can go online, you can like select, for me, like an extra large top and a small bottom because I have no butt. But that's super helpful. But I will say, like, all you guys posting those photos in Bustmob so we can all go shopping. I've done a ton of reviews on like different bras because I know that's a common question. Like, what bras can fit these boobs now? Because boobs fit differently when you have implants.
Oh my God.
With a bra.
I think it's harder to find bras after getting implants than before. They're like
it's
not
totally
made
different.
For roundness.
Right. So that was my demonstration. I'm actually wearing a sports bra right now. But I reviewed a ton of bras, a ton of tops, like fitted tops, some loose ones because, you know, not everybody wants to wear tight clothes, bathing suits, lingerie, and it's all on my Pinterest board that you can click on and even go to like where I bought it, which I wanted to make it as simple as possible. So check out my Pinterest board. It's Bustmob Jenny, I think. I don't know. We'll have it slide out in there.
Slide into your DMs.
Slide in here.
It is really helpful because it's like the fun part of having surgery, unless you really have no idea where you're shopping or what size you are, or all the things, and then it's not fun at all. And like I have met a couple people too who went so big, like that they really, I mean, they had to have everything tailored, you know, too. And so that's just like something to be aware of. And, you know, sometimes I'm like, oh, I want those 800s. But I'm like, okay, I also want to be able to go into TJ Maxx and pick something off the rack and wear it that day. So it's all pros and cons, but we're here to help. Okay, you ready for another question?
Holler.
Now that I've got my boobs, I've noticed my side sleeping is causing chest wrinkles. Is there anything I can do for this?
Chesticles. Chest trinkles. Like, does anyone else like have the same issue? Because I do.
I don't.
Well, you know what? One day you might. You never know.
Flat on my chest.
Oh, that's right. You said
remember?
I smash them together at all times throughout the night, and on top of my age,
cuddling them.
sun damage, other things, I totally notice that, and I've seen many other women ask about what they can do, and it's honestly not like a slam dunk solution. Like the skin on our chest and neck is different than the skin on our face. So I have found, number one, I do need to use something specific for this area, but I've done laser, I've done all therapy, and only recently have I tried Botox.
That's right.
So I am not like here to report on it yet because it has not been a full 2 weeks.
What's it called?
But microtox.
I love that.
Yeah,
That's
so I'm
new to me.
excited. It doesn't go all the way down into your actual pec muscles like other Botox does to relax the muscle temporarily, but we have a thin layer of muscle right under our skin and it goes into that. So I know it's not going to erase them. Like I've done a lot of damage to my chest. For many years I was good on the sunscreen on the face, but not here. And now
She's got a lot of damage on the chest.
Got a lot of damage. It's like a leather couch and it's very crinkled. So I'm working on that. But the product that I do like is the Neofirm. We talked about that last week, I think, with your neck, because it's also made for the décolletage, you know, whatever this area is. We have less sebaceous glands on our neck and our chest than we do on our face.
What's that?
AKA, we can't use the same product and get it to work. Sebaceous glands.
Oh.
Like the oil producing glands that keep the skin
God,
young.
flashback from
It's
school.
not going to absorb in the same way on your neck and chest. So I do not think it will erase any of your deep crinkles, your chesticles, if you have them like me.
Or not
But it
like-
definitely softens it. It lightens some of the pigmentation, which I'm sure Jenny doesn't have
What's
either,
that?
but I
I have
have
freckles.
the little
I'm half
dots.
pigmented.
I can't wait till Jenny gets true age spots. Like just one big liver spot
I
right on your
wouldn't even
forehead.
notice because I have so many freckles.
Oh, you'll notice.
Okay.
You'll notice. But I'm a big fan of it. You can buy it at realsimpleskin.com. It lasts me a good 3 months with morning and night use
Oh, nice.
on my neck and chest. So it really helps to soften this up. It's got collagen, it's got hyaluronic acid, it's got peptides. All of that is for the tightening. Between that and the microtox, I'm hoping to be rocking some more cleavage.
You're gonna put like a sock, a roll
Young
of socks
looking cleavage.
between your
I have,
legs.
so there's tons of other straps. Look at my little straps
Is
today.
that what
Like
you're doing?
I have seen some things, but man, I'm so high maintenance at bedtime anyway. Like I cannot add another thing. I have
I
tried
wish
the
you would.
socks crammed in there. But no, even last night, I shouldn't share this story.
I'm ready.
But, you know, Nick is like kind of hinting at something
At
and
what?
then he's like, well, you already have all of your paraphernalia on.
What, like
and I'm
your-
like, well,
your-
I can
your
take
guard?
my teeth out. I can put up my eye shades. Like I said, I didn't take my mouth tonight, babe.
Oh my
That
god.
was too. But, you know, I can take this stuff off. But it's a little, I'm sure I'll have a CPAP machine one day. Like, chest wrinkles are not on the highest priority
Right.
for me. They're in the medium. But I like my boobs and I want to show them off. And I don't want to look 80. Let's talk about intention.
Let's do that. One thing I've been intentional about this past week, it's funny, I look in the mirror and I'm like, I look like someone that journals, but I don't. And, you know,
Wait, what does someone who
Like someone-
journal look like?
like me.
Like you? Oh, okay.
You
I'm just
know,
curious.
like kind of alternative, a little bit like on the hippie side. And you're like, you know, that she probably burns incense and journals.
Got it.
I burn incense, but I don't journal.
Mhm.
So anyways, I decided I'm going to pull my journal out because I'll usually make lists more than
Mhm.
anything. I don't really,
Mhm.
today I did this. I don't do any of that crap. It's not crap if you do it, and it's very good. I'm glad you do it. But for me, I will be like, all right, so yesterday I made a list of all the ways I wanted to be a better person in this season of life.
Mhm.
And with that list, I'm like, okay, well now I need to set goals for everything on that list. So I kind of took what the Atomic Habits book that you
Mhm.
recommended me.
Love it. Great one. If anyone
Yes.
has not read it, read it. It's worth it.
And so it taught me like, yeah, you can set goals, but if you don't have like the steps to get there, then it's like
Mhm.
you're shooting yourself in the foot, basically. So we have that app that I think we've talked about previously, Streaks.
Mhm.
Streaks is great. You introduced me to that too.
Mhm.
And so I kind of erased most of my goals because they weren't relevant anymore. And I plugged in the goals from my journaling. And so now I feel like, you know what? I have a clear vision of who I want to be at the end of this season, and I'm going to do it.
We've got to stay flexible
Mhm.
on our goals.
And these are pretty good.
And our wheel of life. Like, I swear to God, no season will last longer than like 2 months
Mhm.
before you kind of have to pivot. Oh, look, there's people. Jenny, that would distract Jenny. Look, I swear, I
a
think they're
squirrel.
looking at why Casey is lying in the back of the car. Did you see them
No.
looking? What I love about the wheel of life though is it's all connected. So the minute you do start to feel an imbalance somewhere else, it's like usually connected to something
Mhm.
else. So I feel that, and when I get too rigid, because I can be a little rigid and structured, like, no, I put this in place. Why
Mhm.
isn't it working? Like, I recognize it's time. Something else is different, and I need to focus on something a little different right now.
I'm the opposite.
Um,
I'm not rigid.
I know.
I need to be more rigid.
I
My
know.
liver hurts. So I need to have better goals.
I work well in structure, but then sometimes when it has to change, that's tough for me because I have to re-engage my brain because I love to go on autopilot. So mine is somewhat related to that too. I realized that something I put in place, I have been a little too rigid sometimes in my relationship wheel of life, and it brought up something that Nick and I need to add to ours. And it's funny. So we do date night every week. And we do coffee and calendaring every week. That's on Sunday. That's like, what are we going to do this upcoming week? Let's sync our calendars together. What do you need help with? Which kid needs to go where? What do you feel like eating on Thursday? Are we having your father over for dinner? What should we make?
My spirit
Like
left.
those Sundays are so important. And then date night is Monday night. And we decided about 6 months ago that we were having like too many serious conversations during date night.
I remember that.
Nick was like, this is no fun. Basically, you wait all week and you bring a list of shit I'm doing wrong, Greta, and we can't do this.
like, I just
Date
wanna
night
drink
is
and talk and
supposed
hang
to
out.
be fun. And I'm like, you are so right. What we didn't realize is we didn't leave space for any other intentional, like, where do we work on our relationship? And so I heard Casey in the back. We've been missing that part of the week somewhere where we actually can sit down. And so when I brought that to his attention, I'm like, man, there have been a couple of things. Like, the kids have been pissing me off lately. I feel like a short order cook at dinner. A lot of times I don't get to sit down until they've all already had seconds. And it was just like something like I just wanted to talk to Nick about, but there was never like the right time. We're so busy in the evenings with kids. And then we want to get in bed and chill. I didn't want to like bring up a whole discussion. And when I finally did bring it up to him, he's like, how long have you been holding on to this? And I'm like, well, when was I supposed to tell you? And we really identified that there's a gap in like, where is our marriage growth happening? You know, we're having fun and we're parenting and we're getting along and chilling out during the week, but there's no like growth. And even he was like, oh no, we can have like a growth. You know, we used to watch podcasts or listen to podcasts together. There's no space for that. So I'm really excited. I'm not sure whether it'll go with the coffee and calendaring on the
I
Sunday.
love that you do that.
We used to fight every week about expectations not being met. And that has been a game changer. When I do the shopping, I'm like, you may not complain about what we're having for dinner since you agreed. Or I told you I had a hair appointment, you know, and you were having to feed the kids alone. We don't have any of that anymore thanks to that. So we're going to talk tonight at date night about when we should do that. But that's going to become part of our routine too.
Awesome.
Like, we got to grow. We got to have that like growth time on being better parents and people together.
I like that.
So in Breakfast Club this week, I will bring to you guys our findings. And I challenge you to make sure you've got time carved out for those kind of hard conversations.
Yeah.
Because when it's Tuesday and everybody has homework, it's not the time you want to have that conversation, but you've got to make time for it.
I like that. And I challenge you to evaluate what season of life you're in, because a lot of times we get so wrapped up in the day-to-day that we don't take a moment to really just zoom out and just ask yourself, like, what does this season require of me? And make a list and try to set some goals for yourself and download the Streaks app because it's not free, but it's cheap.
Yeah, I
It's
think
great.
it's $4.99 total.
You bought it
or
for me.
$5.99. I know I did. I wanted somebody to like be there with me. You know, with that season of life thing, I just think we can also beat ourselves up if we aren't aware of what season our life is in comparing ourselves to other people. Like when she's over there working out 9 times a day, and I'm like, damn, I wish I could do that. No, that's not my season right now. That is not the season I'm in.
Me neither.
And it immediately resets. Oh, cool. That's the season she's in. I'm not in that season. So I feel like identifying what season you are in. I'm in the summer 4 kids in 4 schools on 4 different tracks season, and we're trying to survive and have a good time. So that is the season. It is not the working out a ton season.
Right.
Not going to let it go. But I'm happy that you challenged us to do that. I couldn't think of my word there. I'm like, oh, that's hard, but it's a good one. All right, time to get back to work.
I'll see you
In the
Bustmob.
rain.
Bye! Thanks so much for watching. To join Bustmob, shop for swag, or follow me and Greta on social, click the links below. See you next time!